It's summertime. Remember, Watergate broke in the summertime. The hearings were held in the summertime. All those revelations. Iran-Contra broke in the summertime. So we have a lot of revelations that Iran-Contra broke in the summertime. We have a history of that. I think he knows as an experienced politician what could happen here. And I think we're seeing control leaks now out of the CIA about this program. We see Cheney battling back by trying to say, it was only al-Qaeda that was targeted. Well, certainly one of the names that came up was the sudden death of the president of Turkmenistan. He was a dictator, by the way, Sapir Murat Niyazov, also called Turkmenbashi, which means head of the Turkmen. He decided not to allow his airspace or his territory to be used by the United States against Iraq or Afghanistan or any attack on Iran. He died suddenly. His country is rich in natural gas and oil.
Well, Wayne,
yes.
This is 7-year-old news for us, but every time the CIA or the FBI or Special Forces cornered bin Laden or real al-Qaeda, they were ordered to stand down. That's now mainstream news. It's finally, been all over TV and radio the last few months. And every time we turn around, they're working with the Taliban and al-Qaeda. And we had the airlift of evil after the liberation of Kabul. The Special Forces colonels even went to the newspapers. It was in the San Francisco Chronicle, as you know, and said, what's going on here? We were ordered to take the Taliban, give them a bunch of money, and fly them out to Pakistan on C-130s. And I said at the time, to start the next destabilization of Pakistan. I mean, from your deep research and working with the NSA and working at Office of Naval Reconnaissance, is Taliban al-Qaeda a wholly owned subsidiary of British Mossad and CIA, or is it like a client, just like any other mercenary group?
Well, I have a classified French intelligence document that states that bin Laden and his group were under the active operational control of CIA and MI6 up until 1995. Now, the reason Patrick Fitzgerald went after bin Laden for the 1993 World Trade Center bombing is because he knew that. And to go after bin Laden would say, well, he's going after somebody who was under the operational control of U.S. British intelligence at the time. So Fitzgerald, of course, is a very dirty prosecutor. He's been used in the past. He let Scooter Libby basically off by not getting him for what he really did, and that was exposing Valerie Plame and her network was actually monitoring this nuclear proliferation, some of which is Turkish and Israeli intelligence assets. He made sure that she was, that was never brought. Those charges never brought against Libby. They got him for the other stuff.
Look at what Sybil Edmonds heard. She heard him, a criminal group laundering money, selling drugs, involved in human trafficking, above government, commanding government forces, running the terrorist. And you were getting into who they were assassinating, where. You were talking about a dictator being killed when I interrupted with just the fact that for Cheney to claim that the hit teams are killing al-Qaeda is ridiculous, because al-Qaeda is clearly a tool they're using and protecting and kind of moving around the chessboard to destabilize areas, or they move them into an area for a pretext for Western military force to be brought to bear. Where do you see all this going? I mean, is Cheney going to get in trouble? Is Libby going to get in trouble? Is Rumsfeld going to get in trouble? Or is Obama going to continue this? I have to say it is a positive sign that Panetta's doing this, or is Panetta just doing this because he knows it's so criminal he wants to protect his own butt?
Well, I think Panetta not only wants to protect himself, he hasn't been CIA director. He wants to protect the agency, which he is right now. There's all kinds of new players. We got Admiral Blair over at Director of National Intelligence now. He wants now the power to appoint station chiefs that work for him, not for Panetta. There's a big problem there. The U.S. intelligence is a state of turmoil right now. This is not helping matters very much. And obviously, Panetta is trying to protect the CIA at Langley, and that's why he's saying, look, we got out from underneath this thing. We should also remember that Iran's government tried to turn over to us one of bin Laden's lieutenants and the son of Osama bin Laden. And of course, how did the neocons running the Pentagon respond to that? We were bombing airplanes and killing Iranian scientists. That's how they responded to that offer. So you have to wonder, what was the whole purpose of this thing, and why is it that Cheney is putting it out through his daughter that we were only targeting Al Qaeda? I've written that there were leaders of guerrilla movements in Indonesia that looked like they were targeted by this operation. Politicians in Nigeria. These were not Al Qaeda members by any stretch, but these were targets of opportunity that would help Cheney line his own pockets and those of his oil friends.